Hey guys, we shall take a few more problems on Z transform and ROC. The sequence is x of n is zero point 0.2 power n u of n plus 0.6 power n u of n. We shall try to solve this problem. Solution. So we know, right, what is the Z transform of a power n u of n, which it is z divided by z minus a, right? And what is the ROC? ROC is magnitude of z is greater than a, magnitude of a, right? It is outside the circle with radius a. So we can apply the standard result here. So if I take z transform on both sides, what is the z transform of x of n? It is x of z, right? What is the z transform of a power n u of n? It is z divided by z minus a, and a is here is 2.2. What is its ROC? Magnitude of z is greater than 0.2, right? Plus, what is the z transform of 0.6 power n u of n? It is z divided by z minus 0.6, right? And what is its ROC? Magnitude of z is greater than 0.6. Okay, so therefore what is the combined ROC? Combined ROC is magnitude of z is greater than 0.2 intersection with magnitude of z is greater than 0.6, right? So what are these two intersection? I mean, how does it looks like? So first we have two circles, right? One is with at pole 0.2, the other one is at pole 0.6. So the radius is 0.2 here. Here the circle radius is 0.6. Okay. Now for the inner circle, it is outer greater than 0.2. So ROC is like this. It is outside the circle with radius 0.2. So this goes till this covers entire z plane. Okay, the shaded portions covers entire z plane. Fine. Now for the outer circle, it is greater than 0.6, right? This is also greater than. So I'll put like this. Right. So what are the intersection region now? So what I need to consider is if I have more than one sequence, as we discussed in the previous videos, in the initial videos, if we have more than one infinite line sequence, the combined ROC will be intersection, right? Now where is the intersection part? So in between, anyhow, from 0 to 0.2 no ROC, right? Whereas from 0.2 to the entire plane, sorry, from 0.2 to 0.6 we have ROC of only the first sequence, right, which is 0.2 power n u of n. Whereas from 0.6 onwards, the ROC covers both 0.2 circles ROC as well as 0.6 circles ROC, right? So this is the combined ROC. I cannot show like this. The combined ROC is, will be having one pole with 0.6 and it's outside the circle. So this is the ROC. So this is real part of Z and this is imaginary part of Z. Okay, so this is the combined ROC. Better to show this ROC instead of showing this. Okay, because the intersection region is greater than outside the outermost circle, which is one of the properties of ROC, right? Fine. Now we cannot keep the Z transform like this. We have to simplify it. Okay, so I'll just simplify the equation. I'll start from here. This is fine, but sometimes it's better we keep it in a simplified version. And the thing is, we have to simplify this Z transform equation in a way that we can recognize how many poles and how many zeros are there in the Z plane. I repeat again, we have to simplify the Z transform equation in such a way that by looking at the equation I can recognize how many poles and how many zeros are there. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll try to do that. So what do we have? X of z is equal to, so if I take common denominator, what do I get? So z minus 0.2 into z minus 0.6, right? And z into z minus 0.6 plus z into z minus 0.2, right? So x of z is equal to, numerator is z times z square minus z times 0.6 plus z square minus 0.2z. This is 0.6z. Okay, so z square okay, divided by denominator is z minus 0.2 and z minus 0.6. So this is equal to z square is 2 times z square minus minus 0.2z minus 0.28 minus 0.6z minus 0.2z, which is minus 0.8z, right, divided by z minus 0.2 into z minus 0.6. Fine. So x of z is equal to, I'll take z common, z into 2z minus 0.8 whole divided by z minus 0.2 into z minus 0.6. Okay, this is the simplified equation of the z transform. The way I simplified here is I can easily say that how many poles and how many zeros are there in the given sequence. How can I say that? How do we define zeros of any polynomial? It is nothing but the numerator of the values of z for which numerator is 0 are zeros. Values of z for which denominator is 0 are poles. Okay, so numerator corresponds to zeros, and denominator corresponds to poles. Values of z for which numerator is 0 are zeros. Values of z for which denominator are 0 are poles. Now how many zeros are there? I have two zeros, right? One is at, if I put z equal to 0 here, numerator becomes 0. So 1 0 is at z equal to 0. It is here. Okay. And where is the other 0? Other 0 is here, right? So what is the value of z I need to put here so that this becomes 0.8? Right? It is nothing but 2 times 0.4. So z equal to 0.4. If I put z equal to 0.4, this becomes 0.8. So 0.8 minus 0.80, so I get one more 0. So one 0 is at where? It is somewhere here, 0.8, right? So there are two zeros. There are two poles, right? So if I put z equal to 0.2, so denominator goes to 0, right? So one pole is at z equal to somewhere here, 0.2, and one more pole is z equal to 0.6, which I already have. Okay, so we have to simplify the equation in such a way that we can recognize or identify how many zeros and how many poles are there and where are their location. Fine. So we'll solve a few more problems so that you'll get used to it. So therefore, the transform of this equation is this, and ROC is this. Fine. You can actually stop here, but better we simplify it. So we'll take up one more example. So x of n is equal to minus 0.3 power n u of minus n minus 1 plus 0.5 power n u of minus n minus 1. Okay, so we'll try to solve for its z transform and its ROC. So solution. So if you remember, what is the z transform of minus b power n u of minus n minus 1? It is z divided by z minus b, right? What is its ROC? It's less than magnitude of b. It's inside the circle with radius b, right? So we'll apply this result here. If I take z transform on both sides, what is the z transform of x of n? It is capital X of z is equal to minus b power n u of minus n minus 1. It is nothing but z divided by z minus b. What is b is 0.3, right? And its ROC is magnitude of z is less than 0.3. It's inside the circle with radius 0.3. Okay. Now we derived for minus b power n of minus n minus 1. What we have is plus, so we have to change the sign here. Now 0.5 power n u of minus n minus 1 is minus of z divided by z minus b, which is 0.5, and here magnitude of z is less than 0.5. Okay. Fine. So what is the combined ROC now? Combined ROC is magnitude of z is less than 0.3 intersection with magnitude of z is less than 0.5, right? That is inside the innermost circle. So innermost circle is 0.3, outermost circle is 0.5. So 0.3 is inside. So 0.5 is also inside. And intersection region is actually less than 0.3, right? So it is inside the innermost circle. Therefore, the combined ROC is actually less than, this is real part of z, this is imaginary part of z. So combined ROC is magnitude of z is less than 0.3. Instead of writing like this, I can write like this. Okay. this is the ROC. And again, it's better we simplify this. Let me simplify it. I'll simplify it here. So x of z is equal to, so I'll take common denominator, it is z minus 0.3 into z minus 0.5 and z into z minus 0.5 minus of z into z minus 0.3, right? And x of z is equal to, this is z square minus 0.5 times z minus of z square minus this 0.3 times z. So whole divided by z minus 0.3 into z minus 0.5. So x of z is equal to z square minus 0.5 z minus z square minus into minus plus 0.3 z. So whole divided by z minus 0.3 into z minus 0.5. So x of z is equal to plus z square minus z square cancels out. 0.3 z minus 0.5 z is minus 0.2 z whole divided by z minus 0.3 into z minus 0.5. Okay, I can stop it here because I can see how many poles and how many zeros are there. How many zeros are there? So if I put z equal to 0, I get numerator equal to 0. Therefore, I have one 0 at z equal to 0. I have two poles, one at z equal to 0.3, the other one is at z equal to 0.5. 0.3 is already there, 0.5 is here. Okay, so this is the simplified equation.